Yo, what's going on there, guys? So, welcome to episode number 3 of the Deck Doctor. Today I'll be covering Blanco's Witchcrafter deck list. Now, Witchcraft is actually a deck that I looked into quite extensively when it first got announced. So I know what the deck does, and I know sort of the ins and outs of the deck, and what I think the deck's sort of main weaknesses are, etc, etc, etc. So, when I originally looked at this deck list, I was looking at the main deck summon limits, and I'm like, these are okay. But the issue is they're not spell cards, and I don't think the instant fusions are that good either. The deck itself is really consistent, considering you have like technically 9 copies of Limefire Blossoms to get to your boss monsters, but you play all these other consistency spells as well. You have access to Extravagance and cards like Reasoning, which I think are really cool, but I just don't think Summon Limit really fits. And also, the Secret Villages are in the side deck. Let's move over to my personal list, and I'll show you the key changes I made. Honestly, I didn't change that much, because I think the Witchcrafter formula is sort of there. I think you only have sort of like 11 or 12 flex spots, where you can decide whether or not what you want to play in the deck. So, if we just move on over, I myself am playing 3 Ash, 3 Hain, 2 Hain, 1 Madame Vere. I'm not playing the copy of Adele that he's playing. I don't think Adele's that great, she just summons one out of your hand. But to be honest, if you're summoning the boss monsters, you're already winning the game anyway, because you either control the Raigeki Break or the Skill Drain, and you just kind of control the game with Madame Vere, to be honest. I consider playing a second Madame Vere for a really long time, but we're still just playing the one. 3 Pottery. He was only playing 2 Pottery. I think 3 Pottery is mandatory. You want to get all the Limefire Blossoms in the deck just so you have the optimal way of getting to your bigger monsters. Then 3 Schmeiter, she's insane. 3 Call by the Grave, I kept this from his list. 2 Foolish Burial Goods, I was actually playing Foolish Burial Goods myself in my own list. The reason you play Goods is because you can add back Creation, or you can add back Holiday, or you can add back Draping, or put Scroll and Buy Street into your back row to enable your big guys' effects. 1 Oracle of Zephyr, set rotation, 2 Secret Village, and 2 Terraforming. So, I noticed in the metagame right now, Trickstar need to activate their field spell, Sky Striker need to activate their field spell, Draco need to activate the field spell, and especially Salamangreat need to activate their field spell. Honestly, this engine's kind of bad against Thunder Dragon, but it's the only engine it's bad against. You set rotation, give them Oracle of the Zephyr, and they can't legally activate it, which means they're stuck under Secret Village, and they can't activate their spell cards if they manage to out Secret Village. So, Salamangreat can't Reincarnation Link, Draco can't search off of Diagram, Trickstar can't search off of Light Stage, and it just makes every matchup so much more manageable, and keeps everything in your control, and plus they're all spell cards. So in contrary to Summon Limit, because they're all spells, they also synergize with your little monsters. 3 Extravagance, no need to explain this. Reasoning, everything's a different level. The set rotations and the terraformings, I'm still playing Upstart Goblin. If you've activated Extravagance previously in the turn, you just discard this off of one of your little guys, and it does what it's supposed to do. It's just a filler card that you can side out. 1 Buy Street, 3 Creation, 1 Draping, 3 Holiday, 1 Scroll. I don't think these need to be changed. I think these are completely fine at the ratio they are. I considered playing 2 Buy Street for quite a while, but in all honesty, with DD Crow sort of fluctuating in the meta but not being completely there, I think playing 1 Buy Street is correct. If DD Crow becomes more of a threat, we'll add more Buy Street in, but for now, 1 Buy Street's fine. For the side deck, 1 Scythe, 3 Pancratops, 3 Sanctum, 3 Evenly, 3 Rivalry, and 2 Summon Limit. And then the extra deck is just a bunch of Link monsters that you can make, but you never will make because of the deck you're playing. So I'll do a quick test hand and I'll just show you what the deck does and what it's supposed to do. So, we'll quickly go into solo mode. You're very loud. So we opened Pottery and a spell card. So all we do is we summon the usual Skill Drain Gal. We don't activate the Terraforming because we want to keep a spell in our hand. And then we just pass to our opponent with this negate on board. It's that simple. And then next turn, You draw Reasoning. Everybody declares 4 usually, so we'll just keep milling. And then we put our spells engrave, which we can add back. It's fine that we sent Shemeter there, because then Shemeter can banish herself to send by street. Always send by street or creation. I personally like sending by street because it protects this from card effect, and having the spells in hand will protect it by battle. So there's the first test hand. We'll go into test hand number 2. I think all like Witchcrafter decks achieve the same thing. Here's an example where we draw Oracle of the Zephyr. So we're going to play Extravagance. We're going to draw 2. We're going to use Shemeter's effect, discarding the Oracle. We're going to summon the Gal. We're going to banish Shemeter. We're going to send our by street. We don't use creation here, we just hold it in our hand for there. You can set draping. I personally don't set draping here. I just enter the end phase, put the by street back here. The reason you don't discard creation is because when you attempt to add it back to your hand, it can get DD-crewed. So just as a precaution, we keep the creation in our hand. And then next turn we draw, we have a follow-up with our creation. We grab... I usually grab Patory here, but you can also grab... Pottery, not Patory. Or you can grab Patory. Patory can just send herself, and usually I'll send by street. This allows us to keep their live. We summon our Hain. Use the effect of Patory. And then we'll discard Holiday. Holiday gets added back to our hand. During the end phase, we'll switch to attack position. Swing, swing. This will pop a problem card as well if we need to. During the end phase, we just grab Holiday back to our hand. And then we can proceed to just loop by street and Holiday until we've poked our opponent to death while they have no spell cards. And it's as simple as that. Like, people overcomplicate things by putting trap cards in this deck, and I get why you play trap cards. I mean, I am technically playing 3 Ash, which we can consider as a trap card, but why play trap cards when you can just floodgate your opponent out a natural way? So here's the original deck list. Here's my deck list. I'll leave a download link to my deck list in the description down below. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like. I'm almost at 200 subscribers, so if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel as well, that'd be absolutely amazing. I hope you have a fantastic day. This has been Ben Gregson or Dilemma. Peace.